is Moments Without Reason with Alan Prohaska and Joe Peralta. A couple of fellas sitting around chatting about whatever comes up. If you've got something on your mind you'd like to share, hit us up on email at momentswithoutreason@gmail.com. Moments Without Reason. And now your hosts, Alan and Joe.
And we are back for another week. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
How was your week?
Sucked shit.
You've been traveling, Joe, right?
Yeah.
Talk to
sucked
us
about it. I mean, being in Dallas was great. I love Dallas people, man. They're just so accommodating. The South. And the fucking airlines, man. I am so tired. I'm old. Let's put it that way. And I used to travel. Old. I used to travel when Pan Am was around, and they used to take care of you.
Northwest Orient.
I mean, I remember the day when I think I overheard a captain say, "Whew, that was a long flight. I could sure use a cup of coffee and a blowjob." And the stewardess went running down the aisle, and somebody yelled, "Don't forget the coffee." But I mean, we got to name this show. I don't know. That was then. This is now. Because that was then. Fuck, it was awesome, dude. I mean, it's like when a product first comes out, you get the blowjob.
Oh, sure.
It's
sure.
like, but then later on, it's like now you get the hand job, and then eventually it's like you get a magazine and some fucking and a little jar of Vaseline. It sucks little by little.
When did this go to self-serve?
Yeah. You get a little card with a bunch of websites to go to. YouPorn, Pornhub, So
this is bullshit. I didn't sign up for this. Well, you flew out of Dallas, right?
Yeah, I did fly out of Dallas.
Did you have a nonstop back home?
I had a nonstop, but no. Let's back up a little bit. I flew out there on Sunday, and I looked at because I look at the seat assignment, and I go, it's a regional. It's a 2 and 2. Little fucking Buddy Holly died on it,
right?
Jet. And I'm going for a 4-hour flight. Really? Yeah. That sucks. Okay, that's fine. But then I go, oh, look, there's nobody on it. So I'll sit over here, exit aisle, nobody sitting next to me. I get there. Hi, we're overbooked, and we're looking for volunteers. And I go, what the fuck do you mean you're overbooked? So I get fucking Fatty McGee sitting next to me. So I'm in the aisle getting nailed every time the fucking beverage cart goes by.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I'm going, what happened? I remember as a kid when we would travel with my family, I would go, oh, look, there's an empty aisle. I'm just going to lay across the 3 seats.
Yeah.
It seems like now that is so no such thing anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And then, I mean, security, obviously they didn't take my suggestion when after 9/11, how do we stop the terrorists? And I said, you know what, have you ever been to Great America? Get on the roller coaster? And that thing drops over in front of you where you can't move?
That's right.
That's all you need. Put everybody in one of those, I have a bomb. Good luck, dude. Try moving your hands.
Seat 5F, activate the lock.
Yeah, exactly, man. No. I mean, you fucking drop some sleeping gas into the not the cockpit because the pilots will die. The fuselage,
right.
Where the passengers are. Everybody goes to sleep. Point A to point B, we land, and it's like I did not get a chance to push my button. And he gets arrested, right?
Oh.
Hold on, but let's back up a little. I know what you're saying. How do we go to the bathroom? You give everybody some Depends on the way in.
Adult underwear. I like that.
You just get on. The thing clicks on. The fucking pilot can go as fast as he wants because you won't feel. Because that's the thing. You know why they fly so fucked up? It's slow. Because of the turbulence. Right. Pilots can now just fucking jam that thing, go Mach 7, and you're in fucking Dallas in an hour. Right. Turbulence. I mean, you're kind of wondering why in the fuck is the Coke can that I had on the floor shoved up my ass? So I'm sorry. These are just dreams of mine that I want. for the travel industry to pay attention to, but obviously they don't listen. They just want more and more people on the planes. Holy crap. I mean, there's not an empty seat on the plane anymore.
I'm surprised you came all the way across the country in a Buddy Holly special. I've flown those regional jets.
No, that was on a Sunday. So maybe it was because I was on a Sunday. But on the way back, it was it was not a 737, 3 and 3.
Oh, okay.
But still, same thing, dude. I looked at the plane, I looked at the little chart, and it said, there's like 11 seats open. So I sat in the aisle seat. Nobody sitting next to me in the exit row. So I went, I got leg room, I got side room, I'm good. All of a sudden, as I get over there, I start checking the seats, and they start filling up. Hi, we'd like to make an announcement. We're taking volunteers because this flight is oversold. Seems like it's like the norm every day now. So
that's interesting. That I don't know. I just don't see how that whole thing works out for airlines. There's some of the only businesses that can be bailed out by.
My understanding was years ago when I used to ask a friend of mine who used to work for United, how can you guys afford to fly a red eye from San Francisco to New York with, a third or half the seats empty? And it's like, we don't make the money out the passengers, we make it on the cargo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went, okay, cool. Now I see the flights, even the red eyes, dude, because you could find an empty aisle, pull up the arms and lay across it, masturbate, pull a blanket over you, and you were good by the time you got to New York, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're probably going to want to clean that up. But it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's
anyway, now it's like you get a red eye, dude. You're sitting straight up.
Oh yeah.
No blanket, no pillow, no peanuts,
no, and your seat reclines back
2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah.
I love the part where every time I fly, I always laugh to myself because the stewardesses come through. Let's face reality here. They're flying waitresses. Let's be
or as Andrew Dice Clay would say, they're flying whores.
Yeah. Waitress,
and they're so uptight.
And so,
God forbid you push that little ding button. Oh. What is it now?
Yeah. Well, what kills me is the fact that they seem to feel that if we're barreling through the air at 575 miles an hour, and I have my seat up 2 inches, and God forbid something happens and the plane takes a fucking nosedive into the earth, that my seat being back 2 inches is going to be the difference between life and death. Let's get realistic about that. It's not going to fucking matter whether you are under your seat.
Yep. I always loved the little spiel before we take off.
Right.
In the event of an emergency landing.
Right.
And I'm going, you mean a crash?
Right. That's right.
It
never ceases to amaze me, man.
Yeah.
I
mean, and this is no way, I'm not being insensitive, but we had a Malaysia flight, a couple of flights actually. One dropped in the ocean and one got shot down. Holy crap, dude.
I read a story about them the other day that said they're considering rebranding. Do you think?
Yeah. I think they should go back to Pan Am.
Pan Am was cool, man. I remember flying on Pan Am.
Oh my God! And the stewardesses were hot.
That was one of
friendly.
They were
they were
beautiful.
I mean,
they were like out of a '60s.
Now it's like you get fucking. Remember on Esther from Sanford and Son?
That's right.
The hell you won't.
Well, you know what did that for us was these great fucking unions.
Yep.
I'm not anti or pro union. I could give a shit less. But if that's the end result of unions, then guess what? There's a whole lot of ugly motherfuckers that belong to unions.
Yep.
It just kills me. I remember flying as a kid on Pan Am. I remember this. You get a
deck
free
of
deck of cards.
You get the deck of cards. I was just going to say. The wings. You get wings.
Wings, and I remember...
You get to go up into the captain's cockpit.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
Like fucking Peter Graves on fucking Airplane.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. You ever seen a grown man naked, Joe?
That's right. And I remember...
being fondled. Fuck. I mean, it was awesome.
Northwest Orient, back and forth many times overseas. We got a free fan. We get, and it's funny because I remember them smoking on airplanes, Dad.
Oh, I remember. That was that. Why? Dude, you're in a fucking tube.
Yeah.
I never understood that. You want smoking or non-smoking?
Right.
Well, I mean, I was too young to be back. My mom would go non-smoking.
Right.
And we'd sit at the very seat that bordered the smoking section.
Right.
So the guy in front of us is puffing away. And
Well,
I'm going,
what's it's funny to me, Joe. I remember coming back overseas on Northwest Orient for years and years in a row. We would fly and going upstairs to the lounge. Dad would be up there. You'd walk around. You were hardly ever in your seat.
There was a bar. There was a bartender.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now we have these flying cans, and I'm kind of going, how did we? It seems like we've kind of regressed. I don't know.
I think it's all about money, man.
Yeah,
it's all about the bottom line. What. I mean, I keep hearing about Southwest has decided to stop, or no, whatever airline. I'm not going to mention any. Actually, Southwest still does give peanuts. I was on a Southwest flight, but somebody announced X airline decided to stop giving peanuts, and they are now saving $17 trillion.
Oh, sure.
And I'm going, yeah, but little by little, really. Yeah. I heard the other day. I have not taken this airline, but I'm not going to mention their name. But their name starts with SH, and it ends in IT.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit. How ironic is that, right? That I fucking came up with that. Anyway, but you pay for everything,
right? You
pay for your luggage. You pay for snacks. You pay for.
Well, it's true.
You pay for, and I'm going, when is it going to be, okay, welcome to Spirit Airlines. For those of you who would like to purchase a seatbelt, please ring your, I mean, seriously, you know what, I'm willing to flip a coin, man. Fuck it. You know what? How many times have you really fucking hit turbulence enough where my uncle one time decided, he fucking cast fate to the wind and said, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Fuck it. I want to lean back and the thing's uncomfortable. And they hit some turbulence and he hit the fucking ceiling, dude. But how often does that happen? So, you know what? Take it off my menu. I don't want a seatbelt. What else you got?
Right.
Well,
also it'll probably get to the point where you're charged for toilet paper.
Oh my God! Do you remember that commercial? I think it was for Alaska Airlines where they had pay toilets.
I think I do. Yes.
The guy fucking doing the pee-pee dance, and it wasn't that he had the money, but he had like a $5 bill. He had to pee, and he finds out it's
sure.
And he's like asking people, can I just get a fucking quarter for $5, please? But see, that's the guy who's got couth. Me, I would be like, fucking, you know what? Fuck it. I'd be walking up and down the aisle giving everybody golden showers.
Oh, sure.
There you go. Step right up, folks.
Oh.
You're kind of hot. Here's a little extra for you.
Here you go, honey. That's right.
Yeah, fucking golden shower and a wet T-shirt contest all in one.
I can tell you got some rest. Joe was really tired when he came back home.
Oh, dude, I've been sleeping for like 18 hours, and I had a 12-ounce Red Bull.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
we're done. That's right. Put a fork in you.
Is it Saturday yet? Oh, wait.
It is Saturday now.
Oh.
As we speak. Just a heads up, wanted to give everybody a heads up. They can email us with any questions, comments, show ideas, whatever they want to do.
I'm sure the airlines are probably right now.
Oh, they're on standby. Spirit. We'll have hate mail from Spirit. Moments
starts with an S, ends in IT. Yep.
Also, I wanted to let people know where they can hear us. You can hear us now on Spreaker. That's Spreaker. Sounds like it was made by an Asian man.
Whoa! It's like the guy, supplies party.
Spreaker. So Spreaker.com or the Spreaker app. There's an app for Android and for iPhones. We are on that, Spreaker as well. And also on Podomatic.com and the iTunes store and Pocket Casts. You can find us all over the place, man. We are like a fungus, man.
Ew.
We're all over.
So, hey, which reminds me of a joke. Hop Singh walks into the good guys and goes, "Oh, I'm here to look for a Spreaker." And they go, "Oh, you mean the podcast?" That's the joke.
Wow. Okay, so no more Red Bull and chocolate bars for Joe.
Oh, but dude, I you know what? Now I'm intrigued about that fucking caffeine powder. I think it's cocaine. I mean, just fucking labeling it.
Go.
I'm sorry, I did mention it on the last one.
Are you going? No, that's not why I said that. I said that because now I just picture you driving around the neighborhood.
You know, fucking. I'm just going around the block like 7 or 8 times. Hi, 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 beep, beep, hi, 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 hi.
Yeah, you're going to be on turbo mode. Wow.
Yeah, I'll never get it out of first gear, man. Just it's like Malibu Grand Prix. For those of you who are under 15, that was a place where you went to sit in a go-kart that went 80 miles an hour.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
The only thing I had, one of the things I had that I wanted to bring up was podcasts, actually, because I've spent the last 2 days kind of looking on Spreaker. It's a great program. It's a great app. Everyone should put it on their phones if they could. And there are live shows on there as well. And
nice.
And a lot of podcasts. I think it's a great platform based here in our own Bay Area. So that's a real plus and a big cool thing, I think.
So can I finish my airline bitch? You
weren't done?
I wasn't.
Oh, what? Nothing more. Tell me everything else went well.
Well, no. But United is taking care of me only because I am a million miler with them.
Ooh.
So yeah, as soon as I go in to check in,
right.
This girl unzips my pants.
Damn, they really like you.
That guy's a million miler.
They're walking in there like, damn, Joe got some OG shit going on here.
Welcome to Flight 37. We will be boarding. Oh, hold on. Anyway.
We will be.
You can now board, Joe. Thank you. Anyway. No, but so being a million miler, I'm a premier exec for life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is silver or gold, whatever the hell. So I don't have to pay for luggage.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, because my company wants to save money,
mm-hmm.
they go, "You got to go on this airline," but that airline charges $100 per bag.
Mm.
So we might save $100 on the ticket,
mm-hmm.
but now I got to spend $200 on 2 bags.
Right.
And so I went, well, shit, I'll just take one on the plane. Well, guess what? Now they're charging you for taking a bag on the plane.
Right.
And I'm going, wow, where does it stop?
It doesn't stop.
Some bean counter, Myron Dinkelmeyer.
That's
I think we can get these guys to pay more.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, some guy who got priest raped, not Judas either, just a regular Monsignor.
You know what it always reminds me of when you talk about bean counters? They fuck you at the drive-thru.
Oh yeah, yep. And you never check the bag until you're fucking like 6 miles away.
That's right.
And you never go back.
That's right.
But it's true. Where does it stop? It's like I'm just thinking. Eventually there's going to be no seats. It's going to be like a bus. You're just going to have like this open fucking airplane with a bunch of poles in the middle. Like a fucking, like a little tram. You just got to hang on for dear life. God forbid, because nobody, you ever been on the little trams that take you, on like BART? We're from the Bay Area, by the way.
Right.
Bay Area Rapid Transit. If if you're standing and you don't have a fucking handle or a stick, you're fucking falling. That's all there is to it, because this thing gets up to 0 to 80 in like 7 seconds.
Right.
So you can imagine a fucking plane with 2 GE 7,000 horsepower fucking turbo thrust engines, and you're just fucking reading the paper, and you'd happen not to be grabbing onto that pole, you're fucking rolling down the aisle, man. So, I think that's where we're going to get to, man. They're just going to be like, you know what? Seats take up room. Let's get rid of the seats.
We don't need them. Issue them a wrist strap and have.
You know what? Can we get legal in here? How many poles do we need to cover for, let's say, 375 people?
Right.
And they're going to do the math, and they're going to go, well, 8 people can grab onto one pole, and.
That's right. And the shitty part of that is they would still charge us extra for the luggage.
No. You know what they're going to charge you for? The glove. My hand slipped off. Well, then you need a glove.
$12.95.
$600.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yep.
I think it's probably not that far off, actually. Something not too dissimilar to that.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, and that's why I said at the beginning of the show, we got to start calling, because you start looking at things that 30 plus years ago, you paid X amount of dollars and you got everything. You got the royal treatment. You got the stewardess unzipping your pants.
Right.
You know? Now, it's about stature, frequent flyer, frequent buyer, frequent, Oh,
everybody's got you've noticed this too. Everybody's got a club.
I do not belong to them.
Everyone's got a club, man. Safeway, Walgreens, Airlines, CVS, fucking Jack in the Box.
The only one, because I do go to Safeway a lot. I do Safeway, and, that's it.
Right.
But usually when somebody comes up to me and goes, hey, would you like to be on our frequent friends program? I go, I have no friends.
Right.
So.
No, it's I don't know. It's I guess it's a sense of belonging that people like to have.
Well, no. It's marketing.
I don't want to belong. That's why I don't drive in packs on the freeway.
That'll be our next show. Traffic. Why do I need an Escalade on 280 to get to work?
No, it's true.
So.
It's true.
Anyway.
How did the rest of your trip go? Did you do anything eventful in the great state of Texas?
Ate a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many barbecue places and they're awesome. So. Yeah,
that's why there's that ongoing health crisis in Texas.
Not really. I think it's more of how do you put it? I love the word ma and pa or little hole in the wall. When a restaurant guy goes, oh, I found this little hole in the wall, and that's exactly it. The food there's no preservatives, but God forbid you've eaten healthy for the past 15 years,
right?
To where your system cannot take it. So you eat something that has, what do you call it? Parasites, maybe a worm here and there, and some rat feces that your system goes, we're going to die now.
Oh, did you eat at the barbecue place more than once?
Oh, all week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No, but it was different. No, but it was different ones.
Oh, well,
yeah.
At least there's that.
Yeah, but, yeah. What are you having? The combo platter.
Oh, anytime I go into a barbecue place, I always do a combo. Absolutely.
Yep.
You get a good sampling.
I got no comment for that one.
Podcasts. There's what? There's not too many podcasts, Joe. You know what there is?
What's there?
There's too many podcasts about podcasting.
Well, you know what?
What?
I say we take it upon ourselves.
Yes.
To go to these people that are like flooding the market with nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking in. Hi, how you doing?
Well, I think people, have the right to voice their views, their opinion. I think podcasting is a great thing.
No, I do too. But it's like everything else. It's
right.
Like, and again, this is why we should name this show Remember When. Remember the TV guide when it would go, hey, the fall preview TV guide is here. You had something to look forward to, and there was quality programming.
That's right.
Now that we have 500 channels,
and
everybody's got a fucking reality show.
Oh, yeah.
Including the proctologist has a reality show.
Ooh.
He's got a camera on his fucking Cyclops flashlight when he's examining somebody now.
As Dr. Johnson enters the starfish, you'll notice...
Yes. This show is brought to you by prune juice. Stay regular. Anyway.
And Arm & Hammer baking soda.
I didn't get that one.
I was always taught that
that's funny. You were always taught as in tight.
That Red Bull is just beating you up.
It is. All the fucking A.
I was always taught you're going to have a candy bar crash later.
I know. I would be like a fucking drooling fucking mess on the side of the bed later on tonight.
You're going to be running around your house like fucking Beaker.
Beaker.
So, I was always taught old school. Old school was, if you can't do, then teach, right?
Right.
That's just, and you know, people can say, that's mean, that's cruel, whatever. It was reality, sorry, you know? People went to college forever and got this degree and couldn't do shit with it, so they went and taught, which is fine. That's kind of how I feel about all these podcasters podcasting about podcasting.
Yeah.
You know?
That's hilarious.
Some of them are really good. Here's where I notice, and this will tie in nicely with what you brought up earlier about the airlines, Joe. They all are knowledgeable. I'm not trying to take that away from them. But I was knowledgeable after doing this shit like you and I together after about our first and a half episode, you know?
Right.
It ain't fucking rocket science. So, and none of them profess it to be. The part that ties in with what you brought up earlier about the airlines was, when you go on their sites, these people have a tremendous following, man. There are people starting their own podcasts and their comments. Thanks, Frank, for teaching me, or thanks, Joe, or whoever's doing these things.
Yeah.
And
my God, I thought I was masturbating correctly, but thank you.
Right.
Now
told me.
I know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the whole.
You know, I've lowered my time from 20 minutes to 3 minutes. So
that's right. Well, here, all these guys have these links in their shows. They're making money by backing up these companies that sell this podcasting, quote-unquote, podcasting equipment.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's just like the airlines. Everything is a fucking upgrade. And I wanted to tell everybody listening, you don't need to buy that shit. Now, some of these guys are saying, buy this, it's good. And some are saying, there's a few out there that are saying, you don't need this top of the line, start out this way. But they all kind of lead you to believe that you need a fucking broadcast quality studio in your house.
Oh, I know.
I
remember that when I started my voiceover venture.
Right.
You need 10 grand.
Right.
No less to build a studio for your voiceover career. Mm-hmm. And I almost fell for it.
Right.
But I found that I don't think I spent more than $1,000 at the end of the day.
Right.
Between the computer that I had for doing my my accounting, my Quicken, my checkbook, and my porn, to my voiceover stuff. I just added a little recording software, plugged in a mic, and we're good.
Right. And it shouldn't have to cost a lot of money. It's free base.
But then again, you and I are Joe Schmo, on this side. If you and I owned a, let's say, recording software, then we'd be on the other side of this trying to sell our shit.
Oh no, absolutely.
That you need this.
Yeah, we probably would. I agree.
Yeah, so I don't blame them.
I mean,
but
I'm not blaming
it's the lemmings.
Anybody. I'm not blaming
lemmings that go,
for trying to make a buck.
I need that. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not blaming them. What I'm saying is, fuck them and don't give them your buck. That's kind of where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but I mean, that almost rhymed, and you could have made it rhyme better. Don't give them your buck.
Tell them to go take a fuck.
Okay, we'll have to work on that.
We'll have to. Something. We'll call Snoop. So
1, 2, 3, and then a buck. Don't give them your money because it's just your buck.
Microphones, headphones, software. You can actually, and this is not, I'm not getting, we don't get into it. This is just telling people the facts. On that Spreaker app I told you about for iPhone and Android.
Every time you say Spreaker, man, I'm sorry. I'm not going to diss the name. The Spreaker app. It's like, I thought you were mispronouncing. I feel like correcting you.
Right. No, I every time I look at the app, I can't remember the damn name. I'm going, what is that? So the Spreaker app, you can actually podcast and broadcast, Joe, live from your phone. You don't. So that kind of blows this whole. I've listened. They have 2 or 3 examples. You can hear people doing this for the first time via their iPhone or via their Android. It's not the best quality, but you can listen to it. If it's content that you are seriously interested in, you can hear what's going on.
Okay, well, I believe you. I trust you.
Yeah. So it's just it blows me away. I guess what it is I know that you've got your equipment at your place. I've got some equipment here. It can be very inexpensive, and you don't have to upgrade. That's the stuff that works. It ain't broke.
No,
don't fix it.
No, you should. Let me know, but you got to, set this right. You should, if you're doing a book on tape, you should. If you're doing an audition where somebody wants to hear your voice, you don't.
Right.
If you and I, we're doing a podcast here, and I'm not going to say how much I spent, but oodles of money, man. My kids have no milk in the fridge.
I know.
Just to get this thing going.
Yeah.
But
it's. Aren't you on like a $12 headset?
You know what? That's what the company paid that I quit, and I stole it. So, no, I didn't even pay that.
No, you're right. I guess it's based on usage. You do a lot of voice work. I've been, doing some stuff with what is it? AXM, ACM, AXM. It's through Amazon. It's.
I know. I can't even think of it right now.
I can't think of it either. Your Red Bull.
Red Bull, yeah, me. Exactly. Red Bull's like 3 hours from now. I'm going to go. Yeah, I know it. AXM, AMX.
No, it's AXM.
Yeah,
and it's an Amazon Audible multi-tool. I like that. I like that word, multi-tool.
I know my eyebrow just went up. Like, is that like a double prong?
It is. It'll prick you twice.
It makes margaritas too.
That's right.
So.
What else you got, Joe? What's on your mind?
That's pretty much it for this week.
Hey, we had your
fucking traveling. I hate fucking traveling.
Right before you went,
but I gotta do it to make money, and so it just bothers me that there was a time when I did travel a lot. I was, like I said, zip. Welcome, Mr. Peralta. And, now it's like, I don't travel as much. So it's like you are now in zone 2, and dude, I'm one of the lucky ones. God for fucking bid, you're 3, 4, and 5. By the time you get to zone 5, don't even bring your purse on because it won't fit anywhere.
Right.
I feel sorry for these people that are now loading zone 5. I'll be at the gate next to him. It's like it's like, bye, Dad, because he can't even get on.
It's changed a lot. It's kind of silly. I don't know if it's good or bad. You must have moved again because.
Oh yeah, no, my mute button got hit somehow. Huh. Anyway, but no, I'm sure one day it's going to go back to where the consumer is taken care of versus the execs who run the company.
Right.
You put a product out there, it shouldn't be about how much money I can make by I'm going to make the pet rock. Remember that?
I do remember that pet rock.
It was the guy made millions.
Oh,
the pet rock.
Just from patenting the idea.
Yeah, and rightfully so he should, because there's dumbasses that will do it. Mm-hmm. But why should smart people suffer for the dumbasses that pay for shitty service?
Well, that's true. That would take
and
too
so
much.
If that's the expectation, then the smart people now got to pay for the shitty service, because the majority, I want to say 75% on up, are dumbasses that pay for, cable companies, phone companies, the airlines, and, oh, God, I'm going to sit in this little, my ass is 2 feet wide. I'm going to sit in a seat that's 1.5 feet and like it.
You know what kills me too, Joe, is in our generation, and this is something that people should take heed of. There was loyalty on the behalf of companies for our business over a certain period of time. If we stayed with them for a few years, right, be it a credit card company or transportation or something, it wasn't just loyalty for the money. They wanted the repeat business. It was smart business.
Yeah.
That, brand loyalty is gone, I think, on the behalf of companies.
It is, but I think it's coming back.
Do you really?
Really do. I really do.
Right.
The other day I was returning my rental car and I walked up and I expected some guff because it was, but I actually the manager came out and he went, "Hey, we appreciate your loyalty because I've been dealing with this company." And again, I'm not going to throw out the brand, but, he said, "We appreciate your loyalty and we'll take care of this." But here's the caveat. We're going to email you a survey.
Oh, of course.
And that's the other thing. Everybody's got a fucking survey.
Everybody.
Do they listen?
Yeah.
There was a thing recently about surveys, that's why I say it's got to come back because so many people are pissed off at the fact that you're paying. How much money are you paying for airline, cable? I mean, remember I think you and I talked about not on this program, but we talked about what families made in the 50s and where the money went.
That's right.
Okay? I mean, there was no cable bill.
No.
There was no internet bill. There was no cell bill.
No.
You had a house, and if it was paid off, that was it. The rest of the money went for food. Food and savings.
Right.
Okay? Now you need a spreadsheet to diversify or itemize where the hell the money goes.
That's true, you do.
You got a cable bill, you got a water bill, you got an electric bill, you got and so I don't know where I was going with this damn Red Bull. Anyway, but I mean, it is so much different now that you start to pay for things and you just become like, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do. That's right.
Yeah. And how many people complain and have the expectation of it being corrected?
That's a good point.
So I mean, I do it, and it's like I go, well, you know what? I'm a man of many hats, thanks to my Red Bull, by the way, to where I can fix things on my own, so I don't need a lot of these idiots. But there are certain things that, I'm going to need to make a phone call to customer service and go, hey, you know what? And I get Aptar in India going, trying to read me a script. You heard about this one thing about Comcast where the guy goes, "Hi, I'd like to cancel my Comcast."
I did hear that.
And the guy was like, he didn't want to hear it, or I think he was going by I think he was just going by a script. I'm sorry to hear that, but how can we get you to? Are you interested in our HBO Showtime movie channel plan? No, I just want to cancel my plan. Okay, so we got you signed up for the next 3 months for free HBO and Showtime, and I want to cancel my plan. All right, thanks for calling. So listen, make sure you tell all your friends, and the
dude, I read that. Whenever something comes up in our house, whether it's with our cell phone provider, our cable provider, internet, whatever it may be, I dread making that phone call. I do.
No. I already have my thing going. I just tell them no, and they go, "Are you sure we can?" No. I interrupt them. No, and then I go, you know what? The next 15 questions you ask me, they're going to be no. And they're just like, well, I'm sorry. No, stop talking.
So you set the ground rules early.
Stop. No, that's it.
I like that.
I really do, man, because I've learned they do try to get you back, and I go, you know what? When I called 6 months ago and I complained about my speed and the cost I'm paying, now that company X, your competitor, is firing off for a year, half of your price. Now you're going to give me that price? Why didn't you just give me that price to begin with? I would have stayed here.
True. That's true. I agree.
You got to make me play the game and be mean to you. Stop crying, lady.
I don't know why this came to mind just now. This is very odd.
I know why.
This is totally non sequitur.
Red Bull gives you wings.
No, this you got to hear this one. This one was classic. Right. I'm going through earlier on the new app I've told everyone about, the Spreaker, right? I'm going through on live shows. This guy was from the UK, obviously.
It's like, I'm sorry, man.
It sounds weird. You should see every time.
Spreaker.
Every time
I gotta go. I'm gonna go. You know what? After here, I'm gonna drive down to fucking Best Buy and go. Do you guys have Spreakers? And I'm gonna freak everybody in the store out. Is that new? Holy crap! Why don't we have that?
Well, a lot of people have probably heard of it. Yep. So I'm going through these live shows just to kind of get a gist of the talk shows and the music programs, because they've got DJ programs, all sorts of things. There's a guy in the UK. I I kid you not. I couldn't make this up, Joe. I click on the button. It starts streaming his program. It's kind of like scream metal music almost, right? And it was very misleading on the title. So I let it play for about 25, 30 seconds at low volume. And this guy breaks in, and it's some sort of a sexual channel, and he's yelling at another guy about and a girl about them being very bad little monkeys, and they'll have to be punished, and she wants a spanking, doesn't she, mate? And he's using all this UK jargon that I couldn't understand. Kind
of like porn Monty Python.
Right. And it just sounded just trashy. He said, "Oh, come
nice.
Here, little." Wow. Nice. So apparently, scream metal while spanking your friends is pretty popular in the UK.
Son of a bitch. That's where we're going wrong.
Hey, don't knock my vacation junkets. Joe came back.
I think you've been a bad boy.
Joe
yes, I have.
Joe's got
let me get the paddle out.
5 piercings.
Yep. Have you ever had your butthole pierced? No, I haven't. Then you've been a bad boy. But this show's going south quick.
This show's what, Joe?
I'm gonna need a meeting. So
what happened?
No, I'm just saying I need a Red Bull AA meeting.
You'll be fine. You're having the chocolate crash.
I don't think so.
That's right. We had your premiere. Your premiere was last week. It was good.
That was a good thing. Yeah, a lot of people.
Mofongolandia, right?
I emceed. Yep.
Okay.
Mofongolandia.
Yeah.
And so
what's the next step? They're going to try to get syndicated?
No, we're just going to do more cartoons. We're going to see if we get a following, man. I mean, it's like everything else.
Good.
Nowadays, it's that's the other thing that I've noticed. Corporate TV is kind of, I don't know. It's not as funny as all of the independents that are out there, because those are people that really don't give a crap. They don't have this think tank to go, this is what people want. It's a matter of really expressing your imagination and your creativity versus, some guy who went to creativity school for network TV for 8 years. And so.
It's true.
Yeah. So hopefully, it picks up, man. I laughed. I mean, and it's funny because I was doing it, but it's like to laugh at your own stuff. That it's got to say something. So.
Well, we laugh at each other and ourselves all the time.
No, I just point and laugh at you. I don't laugh at myself. I'm not.
Well, I laugh at you.
No, you don't.
I do. I don't.
No.
Okay.
You're really laughing at yourself. Trust me.
Joe. All right. It's been good.
It has.
It's been a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
No more Red Bull for you.
Never.
Well, not never, but for the day.
Yeah, I know that's.
That's right.
That which reminds me it's like the "I'll never drink again" phrase.
Oh, I wouldn't expect that.
I'll never have another Red Bull.
That's right.
Yeah. I am the great Cornholio. You have to stir my bunghole. I am from Nicaragua.
Oh, okay. Don't forget, drop us an email and let us know what's going on, momentswithoutreason@gmail.com. Joe?
What?
Thanks, friend.
All right, man. Have a great week.
That's right, everybody.
Till next week. Drop us a line. What do people want to talk about?
That's right.
Yeah.
And don't forget to listen to us on the new Spreaker app. I'm pushing for
again.
I like small little startups like that, and they're based in the Bay Area. They're homeboys. So people should download that, man. Spreaker, SPR.
You know what? Now you've motivated me. Hello? Son of a bitch.
Come on, Forrest.
I'm having a stroke.
SPREAKER. Spreaker.
Well, thanks for caring.
You're fine.
Why is my hand numb?
Can you get your partial back in on your own, or do you need some help?
I need a hub around.
Join us next week for another episode of Moments Without Reason.